Alright, Lee, move over to that side.
Alright, so right here, um, me and my friend Will, he's a sniper. We uh, we decide to go off from our team and go for a flank. So
You should go that
um,
tree right back there.
try and
That's a good spot.
get around behind the other team and pick them off. And so the game type we're playing here is if you get hit, you go to the other team, right? And so when you get hit, you switch teams, basically. So that's how this type of game works. So right now, Will's saying, okay, we got to figure out a way to to get to get across and try and get behind them. So I say, okay, I'll put down some suppressive fire. You move. So there we go. We move across. And right now we're deciding, okay, where do we want to go next? Where are they? Where can we go without being seen? So we're just right now we're just going through the bushes here. Trying to stay low so we don't get seen. Because if we get spotted and they start shooting at us, that's it. That's the mission's done. So I say to Will, I say, let's go down. There's this big log down there. Let's try and get down there, and we'll try and get some cover down there and see what our next move is. So we try and get down there. That's where we're going right now. And right now, our other team is starting to come over to us. And I say to them, no, this isn't gonna work. You guys, I tell them to go the other way.
Go that way.
Because they could give up our position, and we don't want that.
You guys go that
So
way.
what we want them to do
Yes, you
is
can.
we want them to distract the enemy, start shooting at them, engage them in a firefight,
We'll just move
and
around.
so they'll get distracted, so we can move around and flank them. So we see that big log, but we decide we don't want to go there anymore because it's too close to where we think the enemy is. So what Will wants to do, Will says, all right, let's go back and around. So I say, okay, so we cut through here.
Where is it?
And Will says, let's go down, but stay far out. So there he just said we'll go out and then cut around.
Alright, let's go. Let's do it.
And so we're still trying to move fast but stay low.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah.
so Will says we want to move to trees, get cover, try and see where the enemy is. And this whole first part of the video here is us trying to get to this one spot where we can kind of see over the field and where they're all hiding out. And so that's where we're trying to go right now. And we can hear the rest of our team firing at the enemy. And so here's a log we hide behind. This isn't the same log I was talking about. This is different. But so we can hear fire going on. We're trying to stay hidden. There's a lot of nettles, which is really, really annoying.
I don't know if that's a guy, I'm not sure. No, it's not. We're good.
And right there, Will thinks he saw someone, but he didn't. It wasn't. No one was there. It was just and we don't really know what it was, but he says, alright, let's move to this tree. There's a tree dead ahead of us. Pretty big, so we're going to try and get there. And right now, we're pretty much right in the middle of the field, except we are way, way out. And Will says, get down. I heard something.
Okay,
And I say, okay, we hear them now. We know where they are. They're exactly where we're pointing. They're way over there. And so that's where we're going to try and go, except stay pretty far out. So that's where we're going right now. We're trying to pick the best possible route where we can get there fast, quiet, and not have to go through too much stuff, like fallen trees and brush and things like that. Will says, keep your eyes open. They could be anywhere around here. I say, okay, sounds good. So we can still hear fire going on, and we were straight up there. If you paused at that point and looked straight, we were way up there, and we came all the way down. Will says, right here, Will says, where do you want to move to? And he says, there's a clump of dark trees over there we could go, or we could just go straight. And I say, let's go to the trees. So that's where we're going to go now. It's going to take a little bit longer, but we can still get guys down.
if Jeremy or Marshall gets hit, the game's over.
Right there, I said, if someone from our team gets hit and has to go to the other team, then our position is going to be jeopardized because they know where we're going. And so they can't get hit, and neither can we. So still hear fire going on in the back. And someone from our team is trying to yell at us, asking for help, but we can't do that right now. We're pretty far out.
Okay, that means they're probably gonna be
And so I just said, okay, the other team is somewhere back here. And Will says we're gonna move to some more dark trees back here. Trying to keep our eyes open, see if we can see anything.
Okay, so now we're gonna want to move.
And so right there I said, oh, I think the other team is following us. And Will says, no, they don't. I don't think they know where we are. And I said, all right. So right now we're in enemy territory right now. We're kind of where they all are. So at this point, if we get seen, then all of them will come over to us and start shooting at us, and that won't be good. Just trying to crawl through all this stuff here. This is a pretty big field, so there's a lot of space to move around and go on the sides. Will says right here, he says, we can go in that little ravine right there, and we can try and go all the way around. And I said, that'd probably be a good idea, but that'd take way too long. And this game was already long enough as it is, as you can tell by the video length. And so right now we think they're all where Will's pointing, right up there. The gun I'm using is an A&K Masada. That's a pretty nice gun. It's worked well for me. I haven't had it for that long. But, so Will says stop. There's something up here. And I said, okay. So we stop and listen. He says, never mind. So we keep going. Keep trying to get through all this brush. So we were way up there. And we came all the way down here. Right up there. And we keep moving, and then we'll stop and listen to see if we can see anybody, and or hear anybody, and then we'll move again and then stop. Do the same thing. So Will looks through his scope there. Ask if he sees anybody. He says no, just checking. So I'm just looking for anything. He says we can go either down and up, or we can just go straight. And I said, let's go down and up. We might have a better chance of hitting them from behind. So he says that sounds like a good idea. And right there I say, I think they're all up. And Will says, yes, they are. We're going to go down and then hit them from behind. And I say, okay. Crawl under a tree here. And so we're trying to get up a little bit farther, closer to the old abandoned service road. See if we can see anything. But we don't realize how far out we are right now. Will says, get down, get down, get down. And right now, they know where we are. They just started firing at us.
Yep.
So Will says, fall back into the ditch behind us. I say, okay.
How far out, do you know?
I ask, how far out are they? And he says, they're pretty far. And someone from the other team right there yells, I see him. Everyone come over here. So by now we're like, oh crap, we got to get out of here. So we rush back right here. I stay and cover Will while he moves back. Alright, there I give him some cover fire. I had no idea where they are. I say, we gotta figure out where they are. And we can hear them talking this whole time, planning out their next move. And so we're trying to fall back right here. Try and get behind this big tree for cover. And Will sees them. He sees them walking on that old service road. And I ask, can you hit him? He's like, nope, they're too far out. And I don't want to take a chance of blowing our position. So that sounds good. So we stay here and watch for a little bit. And we can hear them yelling and shooting at our team. And by now, we don't know how many guys are left on our team. They could have all gotten hit and come over to the other team. Will says cover this side right here. And he moves he moves right under a tree. Alright, so right there I said, okay, I see him, I see him, I see him. They're looking for us right now. And I say, I have a shot at one of them. Tell Will to come over here. And I say, okay, I'm gonna move up. And one of the guys on their team told someone else to come down here and try and take us out. We can hear them walking up in front of us right now. They're getting close. And I tell Will, he's right up over this this mound, this hill, small hill. And here they come, getting closer. We can hear him talking, telling him to move in. We can hear bushes moving up in front of us. I ask Will, do you got a shot? And he says no. So, I mean, right now I'm pretty nervous. We don't know how many of them are there.
Fire at your will.
I tell Will, if you see any of them, if you see any movement, just fire at it. And now we're just sitting here waiting to see if we can hear anything or see them coming. And I say, he's right there. He's right up in front of us. About 50 feet. We can hear him shooting. They don't know exactly where we are. But I move behind the tree. I say, Will, fall back. Fall back. They're really close. So we both fall back. There's Will right there. And we're trying to get to a position where we can see where they're coming from. And so I think they're up there where I just pointed, but they're actually not. And so we get to this log. It's fallen down, and I say, okay, let's stay here for a little bit, see what we can see. Will says, we can't go after them. We have to wait for them to come to us. I know, camping, but
they're just sitting up there. They're trying to figure out.
You know. Right now we can hear them talking about figuring out what to do. And we're coming up with a plan of our own.
Well, here's the thing. If we move over there, and they hear anything,
and Will says, let's move back to our old position. And I say, well, if we move back to our old position and they hear or see anything, that's the first place they're going to come running. So we don't want to go back there. And we can hear them talking. They fell back. They're not coming after us anymore. Now we can hear them entering the forest here. I switch my gun to auto. And we can hear bushes moving, we just don't know how far out they are. And so Will says, okay, I'm going to throw the stick. So he throws a stick, it hits a bush, the bush moves. And right after that, we can hear all of them start shooting at that bush. And that bush was maybe, say, about 40 feet out. And so now they're all shooting at that bush. That's where they think we are. And so that was successful. So Will goes to get another stick. That one didn't go as far out. It was a bit smaller. Yeah, so now we can hear him shooting at that bush again. Tell Will, good job. Nice throw. I say, go get another one, and he says, alright. So he goes back to get another stick. Throws it, lands about in the same spot. He says, now let's wait to see what they do next. I say, okay. So I'm gonna watch this side right here. He gets the other side. And I tell him, I think they're too afraid to come in. He says, oh, I see one. He says, I think we need to move back. But for now, we stay where we are. We are in a good position. We are prepared for if they come in. And I say to Will, I see the road right there, the service road. And we can hear him walking over there. We can hear him talking. So at this point, we're not sure if some of them are in here or if they're still out. And so I tell him, if you see him, just open fire. And we hear some shots, and we're wondering, what's that? You know, do they know where we are? And I say, oh, there's one. And right there, one guy was coming through the bush, and I shot at him, and we got him. So we got one of them. So we fall back pretty far to not give away our position. And so now all of them are starting to come in. They're all saying, oh, we know where they are now. And so the bushes were so tall, we couldn't even see them. But I just shot into the bushes and hit one of them. And so now this guy that we hit, since you get hit, you come to the other. And I was pretty scared. I thought they were going to come in after us, but they didn't. So as I was saying, that one guy that we hit, he was pretty short, and the bushes were so tall we couldn't even see him. So we just fired into the bushes and hit him. And then he started coming towards us because he was on our team. Come stake out with us. And Will says, nope, go back. You're gonna give away our position. Go back to the start point. So that's where he went. And I tell him, I think someone from our team is on their team now, and we have no idea who's on their team, who's on our team. And Will says, okay, we gotta fall back a little bit, cause we can hear them coming in. We can hear them talking, walking around. They're searching for us right now. So we're trying to figure out what to do, where to go, where they are, and how we can get more of them. and I tell him I think they're straight dead ahead of us. And I say, shoot anyone that comes over by us. And Will says, yep. And I say, wait, even if it's our own team? And he says, well, we don't know who's on our team yet or not. So I was like, oh yeah, good point. So our plan was, if you see anybody, just shoot at them. He says, stop. We're listening for anything. He says he sees someone walking around dead ahead of us. We don't know if it's our team or their team. At this point, we're not sure. My mag fell out of my gun. He says, yeah, I see him walking around up there. They don't know where we are anymore. So we avoided being seen by them, which was good. And so now we know someone from our team got hit, and so now he's on their team. And he's kind of taking lead of their team now. Which him taking control of their team ended up them later winning the game. But that's later in the video. And I say, do you want to move back to where we were, or do you want to go back up to where we started? And Will says, let's go down where we were. Yeah, so I say, let's go back down. He says, yep, that's our best chance right now. And I say, I saw someone move. He's like, yeah, that's the guy I've been watching for a while. So I take the lead here. We're pretty exposed right now. There's a little opening right in front of me. So we've got to quickly get across that. So now we're standing right in the opening because we think we hear and see someone. But it ends up being a false alarm again. And I tell Will, we're going to move down, and then we're going to get a little bit closer to the road so we can see what's going on. And so he says, all right, let's do that. So that's where we're going right now. So, again, I say just shoot anyone. We're getting closer to them. This was basically a mission to take out everyone on their team, but at this point it's kind of been compromised a little bit because the guys that were on our team are now all on their team. So even the guy that we already hit, he's now back on their team. So it's us two against everybody else right now. And so now it just got harder for us. And right there I cut the camera because it was kind of boring. It was just us walking around. So we moved back up to that position where we hit that one guy, and Will's falling back a little bit, and I'm staying up here. Um, and so we're just sitting here looking for guys, and we hear them talking. Um, they're trying to send some guys in to get us. So that's what we're doing right now. This part's a little bit boring. Feel free to skip this part if you need to. But again, it's just the same. We hear some guys walking around up there. We think they're getting in. But in just a little bit here, you'll see that some guys actually come in, and you'll actually see that in just a minute here. Yeah, so we're just waiting, listening, camping. Yeah, and so Will's giving me hand signals, and we're sending messages to each other through hand signals because right now we can't talk to each other because as we think they're all spread out around us. So we're ready to put up a fight if they come. And so Will gives me this hand signal. He sees two guys, and I say, "All right." And right now they're to my right. They're pretty far out to my right. Will saw him through his scope. Um, he's gonna keep watching them. I'm watching dead ahead of me, so I'm not really worried about these two guys right now. Will's got him, but as far as we know, that's we only know two of their position. And so I'm trying to get a little bit back behind this tree here, in case they start charging through. So I get down, can't see anything, get back up. Yeah, so we're just waiting right now. You can skip this part if you need to. pretty boring. Will's still watching these two guys. They haven't moved at all. They're just sitting up there, and I see them right now. I'm looking at them. They're getting a little bit closer here, and right now I can see them. They were within my range, but I'm debating on whether I should take the shot or not. We can hear them just kind of shooting randomly. I'm debating whether to take the shot or not because I don't want to give away my position if I miss. And so I'm looking right at them now. And they're talking to each other. They're dead ahead of me. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't see them. But and I decide right here. I decide to take the shot. So I tell Will I'm gonna take the shot right there. I wait for a little bit first. See what they're gonna do. See if they're gonna get any closer. But they aren't. So right there I took the shot, but my mag stopped feeding after about 3 or 4 shots, and none of those shots hit them. So I miss, which was bad on our part. So now I had to fall back to Will's position. They're shooting at us. Their whole team knows where we are now. You can hear BBs coming in. They're trying to charge in here. BBs are flying right over my head. And right now me and Will are just like, don't move, don't say anything. Will comes over here. We fall back right here. Wow, they're still shooting at us. I tell Will what happened. My mag stopped feeding. There are like 5 of them over there. And we see them walking around over there. So they lost sight of us again. And we think we're good. So Will sees a guy straight ahead of us, maybe about 100, 130 feet behind a tree. And I hear a guy over there. And Will says, cover this side right here. Okay, cover this side. And Will sees a guy hiding behind a tree, and he takes the shot. And he hits him, which was good. So we got a guy right there. And we get down. So we got him right there. Good job on Will's part. At this point, we lost sight of them and they lost sight of us. So Will there shoots at another guy and misses. And so Will starts shooting at this guy and we miss him twice. We're kind of in a panic here. And so now they know where we are. He's yelling at his team, get over here, get over here. They're running back, and now they're all charging at us. And we're freaking out. We can see him charging through the woods, charging through the bush. Marco, he's one of the guys on the other team. He's telling everyone to move up. They're shooting at us. We try and fall back into all these trees in the dark. Right back here. I say, let them bring the fight to us. We don't want to bring the fight to them. So I move over. We're going to spread out a little bit. and we hear him yelling and everything. And so now they've all spread out in about a semicircle, and they're coming at us. But we still all think they're still all in one place. So we were mistaken on their position, which was bad on our part. I tell Will, shoot at him. There's a guy right in front of us. He's out of my range, but he's within Will's range easily. So we're trying to listen to where they are. And by now we're kind of thinking, it sounds like they're spread out. But, so there's a guy in front of us here. He moved up. And, Normir Will wants to hit him right now because he's got all his buddies with him. And, if we shoot at him, they're all going to just charge at us. So we all think they're in one spot right now. But, they're not, as we soon find out. Tell Will he's right there. And I decide, so he starts shooting at us, and I said, okay, I'm going to take the shot. I'm going to shoot this guy. Just a little bit right here. So I shoot him, and I hit him. And I see the BBs hit him. But he doesn't call his hit. I hate people who don't call their hits. So I had to reload there. Reload, start shooting at him again. I don't know if I hit him this time. He fell back a little bit. But the first time I hit him, he didn't call his hit. Which was real frustrating. Right there, I said, call your hits, bro. Really quietly to myself. And by now we see a guy jet ahead of me. Two of them just rushed up there. So we found out, oh, they're all spread out now. And I hear a guy right in front of me right here. I hear a guy coming around there. And ended up being two guys. So one guy directly in the middle, two guys to straight ahead of me right here. And two guys to Will's left. So I'm shooting at one of them. Will hit one of them. And right now we're getting fired at. We're firing at them.
Marco, right there, straight ahead.
They've got two guys over there. I've got guys behind me. Reload again.
They've got a guy right in the back.
I'm using 75 round PMags here. So Will, they've got a player in the back.
Well, they've got Lee up in the back.
Will just got a no-scope right there. And so he hit one of them. So now two of them on our team now. And so there's a guy, two guys actually, coming over here right in front of me, but I don't know it. I only see one of them. So I'm shooting at him. I couldn't tell if I hit him or not. I'm not sure if I did. But I'm shooting at him. As far as I know, there's only one of them. And that mag wasn't loaded up all the way. So I tell a guy that we just hit, I need cover over here. And I just got hit right there. And I had switched to the other team, but it was real brief. So that's it. Thanks for watching.